I remember it very clearly. We were in the United States. We were students at the time. And I think I was in my third year in college. Phone rang, and it was my friend on the other side telling me, "Are you watching TV?" Turned on the TV very quickly, and here it was. They were talking about Kuwait being invaded.
The terrible crimes and tortures committed by Saddam's henchmen against the innocent people of Kuwait are an affront to mankind.
It was a very shocking moment. We heard about the news late at night, and then the next day we gathered the family all together to discuss what is the next step. Everybody was not believing that the invasion happened, actually, especially it's from a very neighbor country that we have supported for a long time.
I was 20 years old at that time. For the first few days, we did nothing. We just waited because the first couple of days, we didn't see any Iraqi soldiers.
We did not realize the invasion until we went out the street and we saw the soldiers are moving around the streets.
We knew that there was some problems between Kuwait and Iraq, but nobody expected that they will invade us.
So when I heard about the invasion, it wasn't easy for me because I thought that it's the end of everything.
Anything can happen in this world because nobody was expecting, or I never imagined that we're going to face a war in Kuwait. We see wars all over the world, but not in Kuwait. So for it to happen in Kuwait, where it was a peaceful society, everything was, calm, no problems. Suddenly you have invasion, or you see all destruction, all this killing. You imagine now anything can happen anywhere in the world.
At that moment also, I heard so many bombs, and machine guns firing from there and over there,
People came to my father. They told him that you need to leave Kuwait. It's very dangerous. But he said, I was born here in Kuwait and I will die here in Kuwait. I won't leave Kuwait. If everyone leaves Kuwait, how can we claim Kuwait back?
We decided from the first day that we're not leaving Kuwait, and this made us strong. We don't have plan B. We're here, we have to help, and we'll be there. Either we will die or we will live the liberation, inshallah.
The Iraqi army, they was very crucial with the resistance. If they caught you, they will torture you, they will make horrible things to you and to your family, especially your family. They will hurt your family.
I was able to join the Kuwaiti government in Taif, and I met with at that time the foreign minister and the defense minister, and they issued me a passport because the Iraqis took all our identity cards, and that was also against international law and against Geneva Convention.
I wrote flyers, and the flyers was like directed to the troops and to the Iraqi soldiers, and just wanted to express our feelings as Kuwaitis during that time. We don't hate Iraqi troops. We know that they were forced to come and invade Kuwait, and this is what I have written in the flyers. And the other thing is just to remind them how we are related on many levels. And just think about your relatives in Kuwait. Think about how many times you have visited this country.
The main challenge was to move between inspection points, between the areas, and sometimes there was some shooting going on.
فوق شغال ما في ماي.
So that day I went outside our home from the main door, just let's say 50, 100 meters, suddenly out of nowhere. You know, the Iraqi have a shot, a light shot. A light shot come all the way above me, and after that it was a real shot. There was an Iraqi soldiers 2 or 3 kilometers away. He was warning me, go inside your home, otherwise the next shot will be in your heart.
And we went on and on like that. We lived day by day, thinking the next day these troops will go away. We had hope.
The most difficult challenge was the burning of oil fields. We faced maybe more than a couple of weeks. The sky was black. The rain was black.
One of the worst human-made environmental disaster that the world has ever witnessed.
That was the biggest shock for me to see when I entered Kuwait. You cannot imagine that around 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. we have to turn on the lights.
It would be only in your imagination that rain would be black, totally black. And that's what Kuwait was like at the time. All black sky in the middle of the day. We hear that the fields are on fire. This is where now more than 90% of Kuwait's revenue comes. And now it's on fire.
Saudi Arabia gave us a lot of help. The help of King Fahd, his council of ministers, his ambassadors all across the globe cannot be denied at all.
About 39 countries in the world, they support Kuwait, and they share with Kuwait and with the Gulf and with Arab troops to free Kuwait from the Iraqi. Especially United States, America, they are the most country, they bring their troops and their airplane and tanks and other weapons.
I think the reaction of United Nations was strong, standing up for Iraqi aggression and issuing several resolutions and sanctioning the war effort. So I think it was a very good stand, giving indication that any aggression against peaceful country will not stand.
Roger out. It was about 40 minutes ago, sir, when they were requesting rules of engagement because they had a possible target.
قوله عز شأنه يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم. صدق الله العظيم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Ambassador El Saba, tonight, Kuwait is free.
وطن النهار انت النهار
One scene I will never forget is when we heard that the Iraqi troops are withdrawing from Kuwait.
We didn't believe it until we saw it. I mean, we saw the Iraqi army surrender to Kuwaitis, to civilians, civilian Kuwaitis.
It was something between shock and disbelief. We were really happy.
I remember, and that day will always be in my memory, one of the most happiest day I've ever witnessed in my life.
During the liberation, we was on the border between Kuwait and Iraq. We captured a lot of prisoners of the war from Iraqi troops, and we take them to the camps inside Saudi Arabia.
I don't consider all the feelings that I have like memories. They're alive every time. If I hear something about the invasion, the whole tape, like the 9 months of the invasion, is alive.
Kuwait is everything to me.
Everything. Everything.
Kuwait actually is my breath. Kuwait is my mother.
Kuwait is our home, and it's where our heart is.
I've been born here. I've been raised here. It's Kuwait.
Kuwait is everything. It's my family. It's my home country. It's my. It's Nsser al-Hadri. Kuwait is. See, I couldn't express my feeling about Kuwait.
Everyone loves Kuwait. Every Kuwaiti loves Kuwait, but nobody will know how much he loves Kuwait until he loses it.
We were born in this land, we live in this land, and we will die in this land. So the soul of the Kuwait is in our heart.
Kuwait is everything, huh? And we call ourselves citizens of Kuwait. Huh? How can you be a citizen of Kuwait without having Kuwait?
قلبي خفق يا كويت يا كويت شلتك